everybody, I'm Rick Sanchez. I'm reporting to you tonight from our studios in South Florida, just a mile or two from Little Haiti. Tonight, as the American media focuses almost all of its attention on Venezuela and the mishaps of President Maduro, there is indeed another country in the hemisphere that is actually in much worse shape, where the population is really taking to the streets and where accusations of corruption against this president actually seem to be, well, more accurate. Take a look at these pictures. This is Haiti. After a week of disturbances, the death toll stands at 7. There seems to be no end in sight as thousands and thousands of Haitians seem convinced that their president has stolen more than $2 billion that was supposed to be recovered as funds to be used for humanitarian assistance. Look at this. This is typical of some of the gun battles and the burnt tires in past instances in Haiti. It's also typical of government forces. In the old days, they call them the Tonton Macoutes. Today, they're just soldiers, represented the palace, sent by a president to try and quell disturbances that have been going on now for more than a week and don't seem to want to stop. These are pictures we're getting from them. It's tough to look at. These people have been pouring into the streets of Port-au-Prince and places like Cité du Soleil, calling for the resignation of President Jovenel Moïse in a story that has been, by the way, generally ignored by the U.S. national media. So tonight, as much of Haiti is paralyzed by barricades and protests, with few, if any, citizens, by the way, taking to the streets to support President Moïse, many would ask, where is the U.S. State Department? Why no hit of intervention here, as has been the case in Venezuela for the past 3 weeks? Tonight we examine what some critics of U.S. foreign policy call a convenient double standard as we report on Haiti under siege. This is the news with Rick Sanchez, where, as you know, we really do believe it's time to do news again. We're going to begin tonight with Haiti. This is a country that, interestingly enough, I have covered over the past many years as I've been a correspondent throughout my life, working for places like Fox and CNN. I was there for the overthrow of Baby Doc Duvalier, and I was there for the bloody removal of President Raul Cedras. I have an affinity for Haitians. They are refugees, after all, like myself. Their history is written with one predominant word: rebellion. They were the very first slaves to actually win a war against their masters and kick the Europeans out of their country, gaining their independence. Did you know that? Their culture is as colorful as any in the world, but they seem cursed politically. And nobody knows that more than the hundreds of thousands of Haitian refugees now living in South Florida, mostly in a place in northeast Miami that has come to be known as Little Haiti, not far from where I'm sitting here delivering this story to you now. That is the place where this afternoon I caught up with Haitian journalist and activist Jame Pierre. I'm hurting for you and for your country watching what's going on right now. The situation looks pretty grim in Haiti. Why are people so angry? Why are people dying?
Haiti has a new reality, Rick. Unfortunately, it's fire, fury, and fear. You have to understand that this is a population that's been going through so much. The level of frustration is so high right now. And the level of corruption as well is rising at a level where they feel like, hey, I cannot eat while you are showing me that you are driving a $300,000 cars, while you're having a big mansion. What should I do? I need to take on the street. And that's why you have thousands of people right now on the street protesting against the government, but also saying a big no against corruption.
Do you believe President Moïse is responsible for that missing $2 billion that was supposed to be there for humanitarian aid? Is he responsible?
Well, talking about President Moïse, he's a very charismatic person. I've interviewed President Moïse, who promised that, you know, I'm going to be the Jesus of Haiti. I'm going to put daily bread on your plate. I'm going to, he said that he will take the sun, he will take the earth, he will take the water to make a magic there. But what will we see is corruption. And talking about Moise, the latest report from the Supreme Court of Haiti has Moise Company indicted in that report, saying that they are part of the corruption.
Does it frustrate you that Venezuela, where people are not necessarily protesting against the president, at least not as much as they are also Guaido, who is the person who's supposed to be the savior of that country, a place where you don't see people dying every day like you do in Haiti, a place where you don't have a president that is responsible, or at least seems to be, for the missing $2 billion, pardon me, and yet it's getting so much attention. It looks like the United States is going to intervene. We're even talking about a military intervention, and yet Haiti is barely getting headlines today, and the State Department's not talking about you.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because words are saying that the U.S. government is still supporting President Moise. And number two, remember the relationship between Haiti and Venezuela. 2 days before the vote against Maduro, Haiti said, no, I'm going to support President Maduro. 2 days before the vote. And after the vote, they vote to support Guaido. And a week after that vote, the government declared we have an economic crisis in Haiti. They don't have money. Guess what? Who was giving money to Haiti? Venezuela, through President Maduro via a program called PetroCaribe, which is, I'm giving you oil, you don't have to pay me the full amount of money, pay me 1% and use that money to help the Haitian population.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with it, but I guess it surprises me then that the United States is not saying to the people of Haiti the same thing they seem to be saying to the people of Venezuela. Don't worry, we're going to come in and make the situation right. They're not.
They're not, because the interest is not the same.
Oil?
Oil. You have oil. You have also other factors in playing into the political sphere. That's why you don't have the same attention giving to Haiti that is giving right now to Venezuela.
Let me ask you a question. Do you ever foresee a time, given what you've been through with the Duvaliers, with Cedras, with all the leaders that we've had issues with, will there ever be political stability in Haiti? You must cry for your country every night.
I've been covering news from Haiti for more than 15 years. And guess what? It becomes like a routine. Every 2 years, there is a protest in Haiti. Every 2 years. You had President Duvalier that you mentioned in 1991. When Duvalier left Haiti, we had Aristide. President Aristide, 2 years after being elected, there was major protest in Haiti. We don't want you anymore. 2 years after President Martelly was in power, we don't want you anymore. 2 years after the transitional government was in power, we don't want you anymore. So it becomes a routine. Now President Jovenel Moise is in power less than 2 years. Guess what? He's been to 3 riots already.
Final question. Do you believe that Haiti is still suffering in some regard, not just from the horrible disaster that you guys went through, but the fact that there was so much corruption, some of it to blame on the Clintons, that you've never been able to recover from that? And should they be held somewhat responsible?
I truly believe that first, the Haitian government, or the Haitian nation as a whole, need to take responsibility of the lack of governance in Haiti. Because number one, if somebody comes to your house and say, hey, I'm going to give you $300,000 for you to give me your wife, and you decided to do so, then guess what? You are responsible as the other countries or other leaders coming in saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to do something for you, while they are not. They are just taking care of their own interests and moving.
But hold on. Some of the people in the Clinton Foundation did make money as well off of this. There was some corruption on both sides of this, was there not?
Absolutely. That's why you had that funding. You had President Bush saying, hey, I don't want to be part of it anymore, because at the forefront we say we wanted transparency, and there wasn't transparency.
Yeah, maybe good intentions, but it didn't work. Jame Pierre, certainly somebody who knows as much about this area as anyone. Thank you for taking time to take us through this.
Always a pleasure talking to you, Rick.
Thank you. I'm Rick Sanchez. You found us on YouTube, and that's awesome. But you know what? I'm also live every night at 7 and 8 p.m. Eastern on DirecTV and Dish and cable and satellite, the RT app, and Pluto TV. I'll see you there.